forgot my TV was on. Alright, hello. Welcome, everyone. To another episode of Naven Gaming, where today we are continuing our Knights of the Old Republic adventure. Alright, so, last time we escaped from the Undar Spire, which was the shuttle that we happened to find ourselves waking up in. And after getting woken up by a blonde-haired man named Trask, we then got a brief tutorial on how to play the fucking game. We went through and killed a bunch of Sith, and after all of that crazy things, we escaped with KotOR, and we made it to the planet of Taris. Now, Taris is an interesting world because it's basically Coruscant, but with rounder buildings and a perpetual sunset, and also it's controlled by the Sith and also racism. Racism is a thing on this planet, so there you go. That being said, we are looking currently to rescue Bastila, but first we have to find Bastila in order to rescue her. Now, we know that if she was, in fact, taken by anyone, or if she is still alive, that it's likely that she's with the Black Vulkars, a swoop gang that has taken over the Undercity, basically, or is contending to with the Hidden Backs. And we are currently working with the Hidden Backs in order to find Bastila and get her back. And so our mission so far is to find Bastila. But in order to do that, in order to find a way into the Hidden Beck base, I mean not the Hidden Beck, the Black Vulkar base, we need to find Mission Veo and Zalbar, a Twi'lek, a blue Twi'lek, and one Wookie. And in doing so, we will find the only two people on Taris who know the Undercities better than anyone else, and they can help us navigate and find a way into the Black Vulkar base without anyone knowing. Not anyone knowing. So, yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had. That being said, let's just hop right into it. Alright. More than 2 years into the Sith War, the Jedi set a trap for Revan and Malak. Only Malak escaped. Ah, fuck. I hope the audio doesn't break on the recording end, because sometimes when it breaks on my end, it's like, it's the worst fucking thing, because I don't know how to fix that.
Wait, Upwelder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
Who are you? Danger and suffering? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
The villagers infected with the Rukgul disease are quarantined beyond this gate. It's only a matter of time until they transform into horrible creatures that would destroy us all.
So you just lock them away in a cage?
For the sake of the village, we have to keep the infected ones locked away. And when they finally do transform into Rukguls, we'll let them destroy each other.
That's kinda fucked. That's kinda metal, I'm not gonna lie. There must be something someone can do. I'm going through those gates to try and help the infected ones. There must be something we can do.
Nothing can be done for the infected villagers. Even the serum to counteract the Rukgul disease wouldn't be any use now. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Rukguls and attack them at any moment.
So you just leave the infected ones to die. You're a coward. I'm going through those gates and try and help the infected ones. So you'll just leave the infected ones to die? I'm gonna go trailing through those gates to help the infected ones.
I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upwelder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into Rukguls, you'll be walking into your grave.
You never know, maybe we can do something.
Please, help us. We're infected with the Rukgul disease. At any moment we could... No! This cannot... No!
just as ugly as I remember. All right.
You
Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, we're on off on a fantastic start. Let's throw an adhesive grenade. You're into. Okay, fantastic start, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic start. We're really pushing the boundaries. Not even like 5 minutes in, I think, and we're already getting killed. Yeah, technically. Oh my god. Alright, well, not going through that gate, I guess. Damn. Those rat ghouls, though.
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy? The beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder. I beg you.
Okay. We're gonna talk about old man. Okay then. Can I ask you some questions? You're obviously an insane old. What are you talking about, old man?
Question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rukil, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rukil Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
I'm Aiden Kassra. What do you want from me, Rukil? Seriously.
Once I was honored for my wisdom. Over time, the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually, there was only a single apprentice who followed me. And now she is gone too.
The true path? What does that mean? What happened to your apprentice?
My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? Will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
I will help you with this, I guess. Actually, what will you give me if I help you?
Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you.
I fucking hate this PC so much sometimes. I'll be back if I find anything.
I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Well, that was interesting. Okay. Gendar.
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
Who are you people? Why do you live here in the Undercity? You said something about the Upworlders who came by recently?
Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
I'm looking for a Twi'lek named Mission Veo.
Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookie companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers.
Okay. How do I get to the sewers?
There are two entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. but the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the rock ghouls and the other foul creatures.
I wanted to ask you some questions.
Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity.
Tell me about the rat ghouls that live down here.
The rat ghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. We know of no cure for the disease, and for the good of the village, we must banish any who become infected, lest they transform and turn on us.
I want to ask you some questions.
Ask your questions, Upworlder.
Never mind.
As you wish, Upworlder. Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
I'm having a feeling, just a sneaking suspicion from my encounter with the rat ghouls in that pen, that maybe I'm a little under level for this part. So I'm thinking of going back up just to do some side questing and digressing. Actually, there's probably a good place I could go to go farming for experience too. Why not? It also doesn't help that I only have one other companion. KotOR again. You seem to be taking great interest in our progress. Do you need something, little man? Quiet, Lugro. That's KotOR, the infamous bounty hunter.
Here's a bounty on your little green heads. I'm here to collect.
The only way you'll collect that bounty is over our cold, dead bodies.
That's the plan.
Just kills them and walks on by. Oh look, some black Vulkers.
Yes?
You asked for this!
Just literally ran right into the thick of it.
Sure.
Alright.
What? Yes?
Why did you look at something else? Alright. That's done and over with. Whoa. We got some black Vulkers over here too, I guess.
You asked for this!
You didn't do the move. And you're gonna need to switch to a melee weapon. Yep, we are kinda getting owned now.
Sure.
What?
Can you do anything about these mines? Of course not.
Sure.
It's a frag grenade too, so that's even worse. So we already searched that. I forgot to switch his guns back. That's there for that now.
You asked for this!
Ay, ay, ay.
Sure.
Oh, Karth leveled up. Neat. I never really choose what kind of stuff
What?
he gets. I never really choose what my party members get. I just auto-level them. It's just faster that way. This is an electronic personal message center, though it looks like it has been used in some time. There's one unread message on the system. Hey, Elam, how's life on Terrace? I heard your brother left for Tatooine to become a miner. Did he at least leave hyperdrive behind to keep you company? I hope you're still practicing with that blaster I gave you. Remember what I taught you, because you might need it. Terrace isn't like Alderaan. It can be dangerous there. Stay away from those swoop gains and keep everything locked up in that old Strawn box. Nobody's going to be busted into that thing. Hope to hear from you soon, Uncle Louie. They'll probably kill me. I thought it said frag grenade. The Strombox is particularly sturdy construction. The lock is computerized touch panel that uses a password entry system. Because this box is an older off-planet model, there is no interface for you to try and slice the system. You'll have to figure out the password if you want to get inside. Try to enter the password. The Strombox is property of Elam-Matic. Access not permitted on unauthorized users. Proper password. Response to confirm identity. What is the name of your pet? Hyperdrive. Who taught you to fire a blaster? What was it? Uncle? I think it was Uncle. Where did your family come from originally? Alderaan. Identity confirmed. Lock disabled. Welcome, Ilum. Sweet. Republic mod armor. Oh, that's awesome. Got 100 credits out of that too. Alright.
Yes?
What?
On it.
It's open.
Sure.
Stop right there, or I'll give you a blaster shot right between the eyes. Now, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna. I was just exploring. I didn't know anyone was in here.
Well, go explore somewhere else. There's nothing interesting for you here. This is your only warning. If you bother me again, you won't walk out of here alive.
But can I enter?
I gave you a chance to get out of here and leave me alone, but I guess you're just too stupid to take it. Now you'll see why I'm the most dangerous assassin on Taris.
Okay. Well, that went well. She really tooted her own horn there. Now you'll see why I'm the most dangerous assassin on Taris. Well, she dead. Kinda hoping just to sneak on by, but whatever. I was hoping that the checkpoint was exclusive to just the door entrance. Alright. Well, okay then. It's funny that she went after the blaster, the one with the blaster first, but makes sense. Sith forces under Malik seem to have endless resources. How he raised such a fleet remains a mystery. Alright. Next thing. The best part about returning to the hideout, when you have the option to, is that you can return to the hideout immediately. Well, I don't know. It doesn't look like it now. Let's see, what can I give this guy? Scope? Why not? There's an armor mod. Alright. Now, normally, you can just return and then transit back. But I guess I have to leave the building now for that. Transit back. Convenient. I love convenience. Alright, so we're back. Well, we ended up killing Selvin. But she's a killer herself, so she kind of deserves it.
Ready. On it. It's open. Gibuna.
Hey, you can't come in here. This is a private apartment. Oh, this must be that Lugro guy or something. What are you doing here? And this place looks abandoned. None of your business. Just turn around and go back the way you came, if you know what's good for you. Are you in some sort of trouble? Do you want to talk about it? It's not something you want to get mixed up in. Look, do yourself a favor, just leave me alone. Don't get upset, I'll go now. Good. Get out of here. Stay out of my apartment and my business. I bet you if I try walking in here, though... Okay, never mind. They did. Alright. Now this game is supposed to be having a remake at some point here, but I don't know when that's going to happen, and I would love to see a remake of this game. Though I am concerned about the quality of it. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this before in one of my other videos, but the KotOR remake, according to Sony, was not looking too good by their standards, and so they opted to get a different development studio to helm it. I know, it's stupid. And the reasons why they gave it was really stupid as well. Originally, Aspire was supposed to be the one helming the remake project, and they got it in, from what I'm told, they got an entire development team and everything, and basically a bunch of people who really loved and appreciated these games on board, and they were so down with making a KotOR remake, but as it turns out, when they pitched the idea and when they pitched the gameplay and what they basically were what they were doing to Sony was like, oh, this isn't a Naughty Dog level of like cinematic quality. This isn't God of War level of gameplay quality and cinematic potential. We need you to make this into something that's at least on level of that. And it's like, you fucking what? You fucking what? Do you know what this game is? Do you know what this game is? I mean, you guys have, anyone watching this playthrough right now, does this game look like it's God of War level of gameplay? Does this game look like it could possibly be God of War level of gameplay, or even Naughty Dog level of cinematic quality? I don't fucking think so. I don't fucking think so. Not one goddamn bit. Also, if you really wanted that, then you should have asked Respawn to make it the project then, because they've already done that with fucking Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order. I hear that the stupid term for EA having the Star Wars license is finally up. Thank fucking God, because they did jack shit with it, just like fucking Disney's doing jack shit with it. But at least, kudos, you know what? I'll give kudos to EA though. They at least did something with the franchise. Even if it was bringing controversy initially, they at least pulled back a bit. It was like, okay, we'll give this to someone who actually gives a shit. And they did. And they've been doing it consistently now, more consistently than Disney's been doing it, so that's telling you something. Sorry, I couldn't be there with you, but there is the package I promised. Remember, activate the holographic security system in the proper order to open it, or boom! Just activate the holograms in the same order that they joined the band. Since you're the Twisted Rancor Trio's manager, you should be able to figure out that code. I still think this is a mistake. Davik won't be happy if Ashana can't fill in for her sister. And you don't want to get Davik mad, or you might never come out of that estate again. Anyway, good luck, and if this works out, think about what a great chapter it'll make in that biography of the band you've been working on. So, I got a data pad, precisely for this reason. And this isn't new items. Here we go. Let's see. Guts and Glory. A chronicle of the amazing story of the Twister Rancor Trio by Gilthos Uxeris. A work in progress. The origins of what would eventually become the most famous band in the galaxy are surprisingly humble. The brains behind the group, manager Gilthos Uxeris, founded the trio to earn a date with a young singer named Elinda. I mean, that's a based motivation as you can get. Pretty base motivation. Not just anyone can start a band to win some broad over. Not just anyone. The ploy worked, and Elinda became the first member of the band. Gilthos scrambled to find musicians to back her, and signed a Bith named Uja to be the lead musician. Alright, so we got Elinda, Bith, named Uja. So Elinda, Uja, to be the lead musician. Soon after that he signed Uja's brother, Uji, to complete the trio. Alright, so Elinda, Uja, Uji. The band struggled at first. Elinda was a fantastic singer, but Uja wasn't much of a musician when Elinda threatened to quit. Gilthos fired Uja and signed another Bith named Lupa. So, Elinda, Uja, Uji, and Lupa. Of course, this didn't go very well with Uja's brother, and Uji quit. Alright. Fortunately, Lupa knew another musician named Fudo, so there's only so many of these holograms next to it, so. But I'm assuming Uja and Uji are going to be in the background. So, let's see, we got Elinda, Uja, Uji, Lupa, and now Fudo, who joined to replace Uji. Led by Elinda's singing, the second incarnation of the Twisted Rancor Trio became quite popular on their home world of Terrace, eventually attracting the attention of local legitimate businessman Davik King. Davik asked Gilthos to bring his group in for a command performance. Gilthos agreed, realizing this could be the band's big break. Unfortunately, Elinda had heard certain unsubstantiated rumors about Davik King and his connections to the exchange. Fearing for her life, she refused to go to his estate to perform. Many felt that without Elinda singing, the band would crumble, but Gilthos came up with a brilliant plan to save the group by hiring Elinda's sister, This guy is truly got riz unlike anyone I've ever seen. He's got such riz. It's hilarious. But Gilthos came up with a brilliant plan to save the group by hiring Elinda's sister, Ashana, as the new lead singer on the eve of their scheduled appearance at Davik's estate. Gilthos knew he was taking a risk. If Ashana couldn't perform at Elinda's level, Davik's infamous temper could have dire consequences for the entire band. However, if Ashana could match her sister's performance, then Davik was likely to sign the band to a big-time touring contract. It was a risk, but the Twisted Rancor Trio was founded on guts and glory. There are no further entries. Okay. So that's Uji, Fudo, Ashana, Alinda, Uja, and Lupa. So, the group was founded on Alinda, then Uja, then Uji, and then it was Fudo. Further attempts at unauthorized entry will result in detonation. Damn. Alright, can't fuck this up. Also, I can't. Apparently, I must have gotten it wrong. Alright, let's try saving again. New slot. Oh, I didn't even actually save earlier. I thought I did. Alright, so it was Alinda, Uja, Uji, Karth, bro, Karth. Alright. Uji. That's right, it was Lupa. Then it's Fudo. Now it's Ashana. Ichani fiber armor and 50 credits. Awesome. Ichani fiber armor. Defense +5. Max dexterity +5. This is upgradable too. Will +2. That could be useful. Reflex +2. That could also be useful. Character looks funky as hell. Alright. Who's gonna more likely be using reflex skills more though? 6, 4. We both have similar level of reflex, so doesn't matter. There we go. How could you miss? Ow. 2 med packs. A heavy blaster. That could be useful. Karth, do you have that skill that offsets the dual blaster bullshit? I don't know. Nice. Took care of them pretty quick. Sometimes it's just the luck of the dice. Literally. Tabletop RPG mechanics, man. No. Let's see. No. can't return from here. Damn, one strike. Must have crit. I must have crit. Must have been a natural 20.
What?
Sure.
Alright, we made it all the way back around. Alright. Well, I guess next up we'll go back to the hideout. And then we'll just leave the building complex. Oh yeah, we're also here so Dia.
You're back. Did you manage to get Holden to withdraw the price on my head?
I spoke to Holden, Dia. He'll remove the bounty on your head if you pay him off.
I have nothing. I barely make enough credits to get by. I can't afford to pay that pig off. I guess I have no choice but to stay here and hope Holden cools down. With that bounty on my head, it's too dangerous to go outside.
Yep, that is true. Maybe I can still convince him once I get my Riz up a little bit. Pretty sure I already got everything in these rooms. I wish the game would do what Knights of the Old Republic 2 does until it actually changes the name of certain things to include a parentheses with nothing next to it. Something seems to be bothering Karth. Maybe you should speak to him and see if you can get him to open up about it. It's always something with you.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You think you can come a little closer? It's kind of awkward to talk from all the way over here. I just want to talk with you.
Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
I'm always up for a good fight. I just want to know why you distrust me so much. No, I don't want to argue with you. I just want to know why you distrust me so much.
What does it matter that much? Why can't you just leave it be? I just don't trust easily. And for good reasons, which are my own.
Let's see. But we have to work together, Karth, so it has plenty to do with me.
Damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malak were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
He's got a point. He's got this series has a history of having good, decent people suddenly turning evil. I mean, there is a track record for this, but it's also mostly relegated to movies. But anyways, yeah, he's got an interesting point though. Why some of the most revered and the best among the Jedi always end up turning evil in the end, at least to some degree, and it's usually because there's a lack of. I mean, a lot of people. There's a lot of lore surrounding this game and this series, but many people believe that it's the Force's will that controls that. If there's no one to contend with the champion of the light side, that is strong with the Force, then the Force will actively construe the situation most people suggest or suspect, and the Force will construe the situation to where it will conflict with the champion's will, and thus cause the champion to fall, making him a brutal dark side warrior for the dark side. And so he becomes an avatar of the dark side, and so then there needs to be a avatar for the light to meet that. But it also goes a little extra step further, because sometimes it's sometimes a little bit of the inverse. It's the opposite way around. When there's an avatar of the light side, there's an avatar of the dark side to eventually rise and meet that avatar. It's a constant, ever revolving cycle, and that's the thing about the Star Wars franchise, is that the Force basically has a will of its own, and thus the story and mythos of Star Wars constantly exist in cycles, which is why there's always a war. There's always some terrible thing going on in the galaxy, and there's always some stupid shit, and Jedi are always usually the ones to solve or be the biggest proponents of why this shit even happens. So, in a way, you could argue, theoretically, that the galaxy would be far better off without the Jedi. But even if there were no Jedi, the Force would just manipulate people to going to war anyways, or just to or subtly in different ways. It's the Force is a very strange entity that requires a delicate level of balance. But there's always something to fuck with that balance, and I think it's because of the nature of sentient creatures. Sentient creatures tend to always want more, and so there's always going to be a shifting of values and a shifting of interests, and as a result, people tend to want the things that they can't have, and they tend to desire things, and so when that becomes a conflict of interest between who they are and what they're doing, it always leads to some fuck shit. So, generally speaking, yes, Star Wars Galaxy is never going to be without war. And you could argue that the Force is just an allegory for the human subconscious, the subconscious mind. You could certainly make that sort of argument. It's the collective wills or unconscious state of mankind, but that wouldn't really work to a degree, because if that was the case, then there's a lot. Why would humanity constantly want to go to war with itself? There's a lot of conflicting issues there. George Lucas also had an idea, because he had written a book about the Book of Wills, and well, not really written a book, but he had an idea for something about creating the wills, and the wills were supposed to be this next grand thing that he was going to do with the Star Wars franchise, or something. He was going to do something with it, but that ended up going kaput after Disney bought it. And while the wills kind of existed in, I believe, The Last Jedi, they weren't really touched upon or even talked about. They didn't do shit with anything. But anyways, yeah. Point being, George got fucked over, quite consistently. Anyways, enough of that. Basic point: the Force is a terrible, is a tempestuous mistress, and it's a fickle thing, and it needs to be treated with the proper level of spice, or else things can get really, really ugly really, really quickly. Because there needs to be a balance in all things, and that's how the Force likes it. So there you go. Okay. So, our heroes have become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. Think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust? What do I have to do with Malik and Revan? They turned to the dark side, obviously. Why is it so personal? I suppose you can't. That must have been hard to take. I could be sympathetic, but that's kind of wishy-washy. They turned to the dark side, obviously. Why is it so personal? I suppose you can't. That must have been hard to take, I guess.
No, it wasn't even that. There were others. Good, solid men, trusted men who turned on us as well and joined our cause. Malik and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done. But the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
Damn. You say that with such hatred.
I know. And I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it.
Well, we're starting to learn more about you, Karth, but it's all kind of like, well, I can't trust you because I have personal baggage and issues. And it's interesting. It could even be charming, or to a degree, if he wasn't such, how do I put this politely? It borders on being a little childish. It borders on being a little childish. But I can get that. I mean, as someone with trust issues myself, I have a hard time trusting people myself. So I can get him. I get him. Christia, Nicholas. Do I want to talk to these people? Probably not.
What do you want? Have you come here just to bother me, or do you wish to test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taris?
How about no?
If you ever wish to test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taris, you know where to find me.
Why do you look like a fucking snake, bro? Sometimes, man, I know I said this game has pretty off-character models, but some of them are just ridiculous. Like this guy, you don't want to look too closely at this guy. This is why he's just a background character.
You know, it's bad enough to sit and conquer this planet, but do they have to come in here, relax, and rub their presence in our faces?
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Gerlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll. In this corner, I give you Gerlon Two Fingers. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan. And to nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Gerlon Two Fingers.
Boy, oh boy. That guy is quite the embarrassment. Fucking dropped his blaster and got shot. What a loser, am I right?
What are you looking at, fresh meat? You want a piece of me? You want to step in the dueling chambers with me?
Who are you?
I'm Deadeye Duncan, the number 5 ranked duelist in this cantina. You must have seen me in the dueling chambers, right?
You're the number 5 ranked duelist out of how many?
5. But it's an elite group, okay? It's not like just anyone can step into the dueling chamber. Well, actually, anyone can, but not many do.
You don't look so tough. I think I could beat you in a duel.
Big talk. Go speak with the hut in the corner to back it up. He's the duel organizer. I'll look forward to our match. Fresh meat is just what I need to end my losing streak.
Well, good luck with that. Why are you called Deadeye Duncan if you're terrible?
I haven't seen you around here before. You looking to step into the duel ring? Or did you just come to watch?
I want to step into the ring.
Good to see some new blood in the fight game. Things have gotten pretty stale around here lately.
If you're serious about this, go talk to Azure the Hutt. He's the duel organizer. He'll probably start a rookie like you out against Duncan. You seem to be hanging around here an awful lot. You actually going to step into the duel ring sometime? Or are you just here to watch?
I mean, I just got here. Want to ask you some
I
questions?
don't have time to answer your questions. I need to stay focused for my next match. Maybe Azure can help you out. He's the Hutt over there in the corner. He arranges all the duels.
Well, that's neat. Alright, well, let's move on then.
Hello there, Offworlder. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Marl. I'm one of the duelists here at the Cantina. I was wondering when you'd get around to talking to me.
Were you expecting me?
No, we've never met. It's just that most people who come here to watch the duels are bored nobles, looking for a little excitement in their drab lives. But you're different. You look like you know a thing or two about combat. I'm guessing you didn't come here to sit on the sidelines and watch a duel. Are you looking for a match?
I'm looking for a match.
If you're interested in setting up a match, or if you want to place a wager, just go speak to Azure. He's that Hutt over in the corner. He'll make all the arrangements.
I want to ask you some questions.
My area of expertise is pretty much limited to the dueling ring and the other combatants here at the Cantina. But I'll try to answer any questions you might have.
Well, at least you're willing to answer questions. I want to ask you about the duelist here. Do you know anything about the Crash Republic escape pods? I want to ask you about the duelists.
You've come to the right man. I've been dueling here for nearly 20 years, and I remember every duelist who's been through this canteen. Of course, there are only 5 of us left now. Duncan, Gurlon, Ice, Twitch, and me. Bendak Starkiller comes in once in a while. He's retired now.
Bendak Starkiller? That's a guy who has a bounty. And also, that's unfortunate that his last name is Starkiller. Funny little note. Originally, Luke Skywalker's last name was supposed to be Luke Starkiller. Yeah. Luke Skywalker's last name was originally going to be Starkiller. And then that guy switched over from that to being a nice little cheeky reference in this game, and then later it became its own name in the form of Galen Merrick in Star Wars The Force Unleashed. So, yeah. I wasn't kidding when I said I was a big fucking Star Wars nerd.
Duncan, worst duelist ever. His nickname is Deadeye because he fights like he's blind. I wouldn't worry about him.
Okay. So it's not a cool. Okay, so it's a double. It's a double meaning. It's the coolest sounding name given to the worst player for the fact that he fights like a blind person. That's kind of fucked and funny in all kinds of ways.
Gurlon used to be pretty good before the accident. His blaster overheated during a match and exploded. 1 in a million occurrence. Paralyzed 3 fingers on his right hand. They call him Gurlon Two Fingers now. It hasn't been the same since the accident. But he's still out here trying to earn a living. That's why I never fight with blasters.
I didn't know blasters could just suddenly explode in your hands. That's some fucking crazy shit. Why would anyone fight with a blaster that could potentially blow up in your fucking hand? Have they never resolved that issue? You speak of it like it's such a rare occurrence, but I'm like, bruh, if my weapon blew up in my hands, I'd be suing the fucking company who made it. What?
Ice? She's not much for personality, but she's a hell of a fighter. Confident, steady, popular with the crowd, too. If you rub against her, you know you're in for a tough match.
Interesting. Twitch?
Twitch? I think that Rhodian is completely crazy, but he's very, very good despite his insanity. Or maybe because of it. Even I can't beat him.
Oh, so he's the best of the best here. Outside of you. Tell me about yourself.
Me? I've seen my share of battles. My best years are gone. But I can still hold my own against anyone in here. Except maybe Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about Bendak.
What can I say? Bendak was a legend. Never lost a match his entire career. But he was bloodthirsty as an Iridorian battle rager. Never liked having to face the same opponent twice. Got so he wouldn't battle anyone unless it was a death match. When they made death matches illegal, he went into retirement. He still hangs around here sometimes. Bendak's the best there ever was, plain and simple. Even now, I bet that anyone who steps into the ring with him wouldn't make it out alive.
I see. Well, I guess that's it.
My area of expertise is pretty much limited to the dueling ring and the other combatants.
I guess we're done here.
The duels themselves are simple enough. Two combatants armed with stun pistols enter the ring. One walks out a winner. The other is carried out unconscious on a stretcher. If you're interested in setting up a match, or if you want to place a goodbye, stranger.
Alright. What about you?
I know what you're going to say. I'm so beautiful, I'm so attractive. How can someone who looks so hot with a weapon in her hand be called ice? Well, I've heard it all before. I'm here to take care of business in the dueling ring, not to have some slack-jawed, goggled-eyed man slobber all over me. So back off.
I mean, that's cool. You say that, but you look like you're carrying some kind of terrifying disease, and it looks like the neck part of your suit has merged into your throat, but otherwise, yeah, super attractive. At least your face is pretty enough to look at. Wow, that was cold. Dueling ring, what are you talking about? I just want to ask some questions. Wow, that was cold.
Now you know why they call me Ice. If you're looking for a match, go talk to Azure. He's that big hut over there in the corner. Otherwise, just go away.
She looks like she's got some kind of disease. She contracted something. I'm sorry, human. The betting window's closed. No more fights right now. People are sick of seeing the same duelists all the time. It's bad for business. Unless, my name is Azure. I organize all the duels here. We need a new face in the dueling game, human. Maybe you want to step into the duel ring? It can be a highly profitable venture. I might be interested in it. What's in this for me? I can arrange for you to fight in the duel ring. If you win, you get the standard contract, 10% of all wagers. And don't worry, nobody dies in the duel ring anymore. Death matches are illegal now. Most fighters in the duel ring use vibroblades or stun sticks because the ring's pretty small. But a few of the duelists use blasters. Use whichever you prefer.
Vibroblades and blasters? And nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
The duel ring has energy suppressor fields to make sure nobody dies. Weapons are limited so they hurt, but don't kill. And we've got a medic droid in case of serious injuries. Are you interested? I'll do it, but I want more than 10%. You're joking, right? If I pay you more, then everyone wants more. No, you get the same as all the others, 10%. That's my final offer. I mean, okay. Good, new blood for the ring, but you need a nickname, like Ice or Deadeye or Twitch. Good nicknames make people bet more. What's a good name for you? You're an off-worlder. You're new here. People won't recognize you. I know. From now on, in the duel ring, you'll be the mysterious stranger. The Mysterious Stranger, I like it. That's a terrible name. My name is Aiden Castro. I think that sounds better than a nickname. My name is Aiden Castro. I think it's like a better... Mysterious Stranger? I like it. Mysterious Stranger is a perfect name for you. You've got no past, no history. Makes you seem like you have some big, dark secret. People like that. Makes them bet more.
This is for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across a crew manifest back on the Underspire.
You ready for a duel now? You want to step into the ring right away? I'll set you up with Deadeye Duncan to start. I'll tell you the rules if you're ready. I'm ready. Yes, you fight and people bet, and I make money. It's all good. Only one rule. Nobody dies. Your opponent goes down, you don't finish them off. death matches are illegal now. You new at this? So I'll start you off easy. You get to fight Deadeye Duncan. Are you ready to get into the ring? Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. You've seen him lose night after night after night, but this time he's after fresh meat. In this corner I give you Deadeye Duncan! And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the terrace dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger!
Cool. Alright, let's do it.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! But really, are any of us surprised? Deadeye losing isn't news. You have to do better than that to impress us, stranger.
He went down with a fucking swipe. That shit was crazy.
What do you want? Oh, let me guess. You beat me in the dueling ring, and now you're gonna rub it in my face. Yeah, well, I'm used to it. So pardon me if I ignore your gloating.
Wow, you sure have a bad attitude.
Gee, I wonder why. Couldn't have anything to do with being the worst duelist on Terrace, could it? Even a rookie like you got the better of me. Look, I admit it, you're better than me. Everyone's better than me. Blindfolded, one-legged tack with a rusty knife could probably beat me, okay? Is that what you wanted to hear? You satisfied yet? Are you happy now that you've taken the last shred of dignity I have?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Slim rat.
I saw your match against Duncan. Not bad for a rookie. But Deadeye's a joke. Even after I lost the use of my fingers, I can still beat him. Go talk to Azure, the duel organizer, if you want to step up to the big leagues. I'll show you what it's like to fight a real duelist.
Alright. Good fight, good fight. People like you, mysterious stranger. They bet a lot when you fight. It makes me happy and rich. I always pay my debts. You win. So, you get paid. 10% of the purse. That was the deal. Here's your credits. You come see me when you're ready to fight again. Ah, mysterious stranger. I knew you'd be back. They all come back. You fought well last time. People like you, stranger, they bet lots on your last fight. There'll be more on your next fight. You get 10%, same as always. You want to step into the ring now? Are you ready to prove yourself against the best duelist on Terrace? Sure. You handled Duncan pretty well. I think you're ready to fight Gurlon Two Fingers. Just remember, Gurlon uses blasters in the ring sometimes. You ready to step into the arena? Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. In this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career. I give you Gurlon Two Fingers. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the Terrace dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger!
Boy, oh boy. Alright. What if I earn experience? Yes, I do.
You beat me fair and square, stranger. But if I still had the use of my fingers, you wouldn't have won. Back before my injury, I would have mopped the ring up with you.
Nah, he's a poor fucking sore loser. Good fight, good fight. People like you, mysterious stranger, they bet a lot when you fight. It makes me happy and rich. I always pay debts. Ah, mysterious stranger, I knew you'd be back. They all come back. I think you're ready to go against Ice, human. She's tough, but so are you. There'll be lots of action on this fight. A huge purse. You ready? 1 second. Of course I can't transit from here. That'd be too easy. Gotta go outside the cantina to transit. Oh, hello.
Leave me alone. I'm not giving out any auto prints to my fans today.
Auto prints? What are you talking about?
What? You don't recognize me? I'm Bendick Starkiller, the most famous blaster slinger on Taurus. Over 100 duels without a loss. Every one of them a death match.
How come you don't hang around with the other duelists?
I'm retired now. Once death matches became illegal, I just got bored with the game. I got no interest in using stun blasters. There was nobody left to challenge me anyway. I've seen you in the dueling ring, but you haven't impressed me. Now, if you could beat all these other pretenders, that might get my attention.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Since I'm not going to answer them, you'd just be wasting your breath. So, move along before people see us talking and think I'm signing auto prints today. I don't want to be mobbed.
Okay.
Off with you then. I'm done with this conversation anyway.
He looks like he's ready to get a heaping helping of some humble pie eventually. You never want to be too cocky. Once you start getting too confident in yourself, that's when everything falls apart. All right. Transit back. I'm ready for a duel. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. Over in this corner, a woman with steel on her bones and ice water in her veins. She's cold and quick as death itself. You know her. You love her. Ice. And in the other corner, a rising star taking that first step into the big leagues. I give you the mysterious stranger.
All right. She's got a blaster, but the moment I get up to her, she's going to take out a melee weapon. Receive 100 experience.
I've never been one to shy away from the cold, hard truth. So I'll just come right out and say it. I can't compete with the likes of you, stranger. I know when I'm overmatched. You're good. Very good. But you're wrong if you think that means I'm suddenly going to warm up to you. Truth is, I really don't have anything more to say. So you might as well move on.
Okay. That was the most lukewarm fucking admittance of admiration I've ever heard, but okay. Whatever. I guess. I don't know. That was just almost tsundere-esque, but it's like the most awkward tsundere-esque thing I've ever heard.
Pretty impressive, stranger. Ice is no pushover. People are starting to take notice of you. They say you're the best thing to come along since Twitch stepped into the ring. If you're gonna keep climbing the ranks, then I guess I'm next on your hit list, kid. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's step into the ring then.
You don't waste any time, do you? Go talk to Adger. He'll set the matchup.
Great. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself healed up. I'm not wasting meds. Now, Marl's definitely going to give me a run for my money. I'm almost certain of that. Alright. To fight Darth Revan, the Jedi use Bastil's battle meditation to board the Sith flagship. They're just giving you a lot of historical expository lore between loading screens. Yep. Thank you. I'm ready for a duel. You've got real talent for this game, stranger. I think it's time you fought Marl. He's getting up there in years, but he's still very, very good. He used to be the dual champion. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. He's a legend in the sport, a 20-year veteran who still knows how to show the young kids a trick or two. Let's have a big hand for Marl. But there's always some young gun coming up to knock the veterans off. And we've got one of the best right here. I give you the mysterious stranger.
Alright, here we go. I'm going to start off with a critical strike. Let's see if I can knock his ass out a little bit so I can get some free hits in. Woo! I knew it was going to be a challenge. Damn, look at that damage.
Wookie. Better luck next time, stranger.
Indeed. Better luck next time. I have to admit, though, these dueling rings, though, are a good way to check to see how capable your character build is, and certainly not defeating Marl is testament that I am up to Marl level of competency. Or at least ice level of competency, so knowing this information probably should level up just a little bit more. Also focus on getting some better equipment, but that's going to be difficult in itself. Scripts. Interesting. I didn't know we can give characters scripts. That's awesome. I don't even remember seeing this before. It's probably, that's just how rare it was that I ever literally looked at a lot of the menu options. Let's see, character will use their currently equipped weapon in combat. Characters use force powers will use them appropriately. Characters will not use special items such as shields or mid-packs. Droids will not use droid utility items. Character will use grenades in combat when appropriate. They will try to avoid catching other party members in the blast. They won't waste a grenade if there is only one target. Otherwise, the character behaves in the same manner as the default attack setting. But they can grenade. Jedi characters will use force powers until they run out of force points. Then they will behave in the manner similar to the default attack. Droid characters will use equipped droid utility items. Interesting. Alright, so moving on from the dueling rings, let's go back to the lower city. Maybe after I go ahead and take a look at some wares.
Welcome to the equip.
Yeah. Let me see your shit. And don't let me see your face. It's terrifying. Now, I'm thinking about speccing to do double-bladed, because I love me some double-bladed. But, I'm gonna go ahead and look through here. Nothing really in here that I want to use. Permacrete detonator. This powerful detonator is extremely complicated. Oh! But I can get it, though. Only someone trained in its use could set it and activate it. Why not? I feel like that's part of a quest. Let's see. I have 1,000 credits, so I'm pretty good. Heavy suit. I'm kind of a tank, so I kind of want to use light battle armor, but how much does my armor do? 6? It's just one to. It's just one more point to defense. I guess I could use it. Why not? Thank you. And the Republic modded suit is still good for him, so let's see here.
Yes?
It's just too bad she didn't sell any upgrades. That would have been nice. Oh yeah, that's where the apartments are, so going down here. That's racist. Outcast Jedi settled on the Sith homeworld, and over millennia the two... Okay. That kind of went over. I know, I even know the history behind that, but I'm not gonna bore. What's this? Please, human, I am injured and I need assistance. These human children keep hitting and kicking me. I cannot reason with them, but if I fight back, I could be arrested.
Get out of here, you goggle-eyed freak! You're too ugly for the upper city.
Yeah, go back to where you came from. We don't want your kind up here.
Ugh, please, human, help me. Maybe these offspring of your species will listen to you. Sorry, I don't want to get involved. Hey, you kids, leave the Authorian alone. Hey, you kids, leave the Authorian alone.
Why do you care what happens to some scummy alien? He's just a freak.
Yeah, he isn't even supposed to be in the upper city.
Let's see here. My options. Just because he's different doesn't give you the right to attack him.
Come on, let's go. I don't want to listen to this alien lover anymore.
Thank you, human. I was returning from a visit with work associate when those humans attacked me and chased me through the streets. You should be okay now. I'm glad I could help. You look hurt. Here, I got a med pack. Have any kind of... You look hurt. Here, I've got a med pack. Let me help you. You are too kind, human. I thank you for your generosity. Most of your kind here on Terrace care little for aliens like myself. Once more, thank you for saving me from those human children. I must leave of you now. Take my leave of you now. My life mates will be wondering where I am. Now see, if I wasn't playing to try to min-max shit, I'd probably be more honest about my responses, but I definitely would have scared the shit out of the children. Listen, children don't learn shit unless you put the fear of God in them. That's how you get kids to stop doing stupid shit. That's how you prevent stupid shit from happening. You know, like all the stupid children who go on TikTok and do stupid shit on TikTok or post stupid stuff on social media. Yeah, those kinds of things, or do stupid things for media attention. You have to fucking put the fear of God in them. I mean, I'm kind of joking, of course, but I mean, on a serious note, though, if they're gonna do something as stupid as, like, you know, kind of like try to play chicken with a train, you kind of need to put the fear of God in them, and just be like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to get yourself killed? You know what? If that's how you're going to be, then fine. I'm going to watch you get yourself splattered all over the fucking train rails. I'm gonna watch you literally die and fucking fumble, and I'm going to laugh at your fucking at your terribly never mind. Anyways, point being, kids only ever learn shit the hard way. You need to kind of be a little firm with them on stuff that is acceptable and stuff that isn't acceptable. And a lot of the time, they do it just for attention, too. A lot of the time, especially doing stupid shit, like, obviously stupid shit, like trying to play chicken with a train, you don't encourage it, you just tell them to knock it the fuck off. But the way you tell them knock it the fuck off is basically just not care. Because again, they only do it for the attention, so if you even react like you give a shit to even the slightest of degree, they're going to fucking not want to do it.
This elevator is off limits. Only Sith patrols and those with proper authorization are allowed into the lower city. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols, so unless you have...
Yeah, I've got the authorization papers right here.
Well, why didn't you say so? Everything seems to be in order. Just be careful down there. Those swoop gangs will take a shot at anybody, even our Sith...
Alright. I kind of made that sound kind of backwards now that I think about it, but anyways. Yeah, when it comes to stupid shit like that, if you're just indifferent about stupid shit, most of the time they won't do it, only if they're not doing it for attention. Only if they're doing it for attention should you just pretend like you don't actually give a shit. But if they're the kind of people who actively do go out and do stupid shit, then you need to kind of be more conscious of that. That's when you gotta put your foot down. Of course, it also takes, you know, understanding the children themselves to better accurately meet them on some level. And also better counteract their bullshit. Because again, once you understand why they do things and their methods and reasons for doing them, it's as simple as finding the correct way to completely dismantle it and make it, you know, completely redundant to the point to where they just are actively not going to do it, or they just won't do it. I hope he didn't come just to chat. Davik hired me to do business and make credits, not to make small talk. Gertie said I should speak to you about the Rakghoul serum. I've got a bounty I want to collect on. A bounty? Well, human. That is what I'm here for. Which bounty are you here to collect on? Tell him about Selvin. So Selvin's dead. All other bounty hunters who went after her ended up dead themselves, you know. You did well, human. Here are 300 credits. That's the price for all bounties. I want 400 credits for this job. You don't bargain with me. This is my business. I set the prices, not you. You take 300 or you get nothing. You'll up that reward if you know what's good for you, Six. Sorry, I just lost my head. I'll take the 300. You do good work, human. There's a lot of bounty hunters on Terrace, but most are lazy. Maybe if you keep cashing in bounties, they'll work harder. Alright, I'll be going. 100 experience. Let's see if I can convince you this time.
This better be important. I'm trying.
I want the bounty on Dia's head off.
Hey, it's like I told you before. You come up with 200 credits, and I'll remove the bounty. Otherwise, she's gotta pay the price.
If you hire someone to kill Dia, it will look like you weren't man enough to do it. Take the bounty off of Dia's head, you're a dead man. It will look like you weren't man enough to do it yourself. I don't know what this option is going to do, because the phrasing of this makes it sound like that I'm basically suggesting that he should go out and kill her himself, but I don't know. If you hire someone to kill Dia, it will look like you weren't man enough to do it yourself. It doesn't ring to me like I'm telling him not to do it, or that I want him to take off the bounty. It makes it sound like that I'm actively encouraging him to go kill her himself. It sounds a little counterproductive.
Fine by me.
But just in case it does go somewhere in that direction, I'm gonna save the game.
This better be.
I want the da-da-da. If you hire someone to kill Dia, it will look like you weren't man enough to do it yourself.
If I let her get away with it, I'll look even worse. She's got to pay, either with a life or 200 credits to buy my forgiveness.
Alright, I tried doing this the nice and easy way. Take that bounty off of Dia's head, or you're a dead man.
You're threatening me? I work for Davik Kang. If you kill me, you'll be signing your own death warrant. Do us both a favor and don't waste my time with stupid threats. If I...
Oh my god. Alright, fine.
Fine by me. This better be...
I wonder if I can keep doing this and somehow get the check.
Hey, it's like I told you before. If I let...
Oh my god.
Fine.
Or if it's just permanently scripted to where it's gonna forever fail.
This better... Hey. If I let...
Oh my god.
Fine. This better... Hey. If I...
Okay.
Fine by...
I'll try ranking up again and maybe that'll work. Because I could still rank up just a few more times. Maybe. I usually cap at 10 before I leave the planet. I could go for a little extra though. Let's see, what level am I? 4? Okay. This is the Black Vulture base, right? Yeah. Anyways, maybe I should pose a question. What's because I don't get very many views. It's still early in the channel's lifespan, so I'm sure if I do get anyone to comment, it's probably going to be very few comments. So just out of curiosity, just throwing it out there. What's everyone's favorite lightsaber color? Just leave a comment if you know about what your favorite lightsaber color is. I don't know if comments do anything, and I don't know if it means that it gets more traction. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm or any of this crap works. I'm just curious because I just kind of would like to know what people's favorite lightsaber colors are. I can tell you that my favorite lightsaber color so far is Scion. I like the Scion color. I don't like basic colors as much. I mean, if I could have a basic color, I would like it to be Luke Skywalker green, emerald green, basically, because I hate the green in some other games. It's like the most muted color I've ever fucking seen, and Survivor's no different. Jesus Christ, they make that shit look ugly. So it's either Luke Skywalker emerald green, or it's gonna be silver, or Scion. Those are my 3 favorite lightsaber colors. Let's see if I'm capable of doing this battle. This battle now. Let's see. I'm gonna save over this first save. I'm gonna minimize it to 3.
Wait, Upworlder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger.
Yep, danger and suffering. What are you talking about?
The villagers.
So you just
for the sake.
Uh-huh. I'm going through those gates and try to help those infected ones.
I can't stop you.
Let's see what's gonna happen this time. Will I succeed in killing them off, or will I fuck up?
Please, help us. No! This cannot... No!
Oh boy. Alright, here we go. You think you can start shooting? Maybe some rapid shots would be nice. Sweet, I ranked up. Man, I've been poisoned. What the hell is that status effect? Alright, anyways. Now I'm gonna be level 5. Let's go ahead and level up. Skills. Let's see. I'm not putting any points in demolition. I'll save this point. Two weapon fighting. This feat reduces attack penalties of characters wielding double-bladed weapons or 2 weapons, 1 in each hand. The normal penalties are of -6 in main hand, -10 in offhand, are reduced by 4 to a total of 6/6. Use a balanced weapon in the offhand can further reduce the attack penalty by 2 to a total of 4 to 6. Yeah, this shit is kind of annoying. It's a little bit annoyingly complicated. This feat gives a +1 skill to both demolition and yada. Let's see, so I feel like I could still put up points for something combat-wise. Let's see, dueling. Characters that focus on using a single one-handed weapon in battle gains a +1 to attack and a +1 to defense. Due to the efficiency of this form of combat, this applies to both ranged and melee weapons. What about this one? This feat further reduces attack penalty of character wielding da-da-da. This reduces penalty by 2-2. Additional da-da. Does it ever give any benefits though? Doesn't sound like it. This feat gives a 1+ skill bonus to da-da-da. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with maybe all saving throws. That's fine. Implants. I could get my character implants, but I don't want to give them the skill for it. Add +1 attack bonus with melee weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and focus on maybe giving the character flurry. Maybe I'll give them flurry. It's actually a pretty boss ability when in its later stages, so I'm considering it. Yeah, I'll get them flurry. I'll get flurry. Actually, you know what? It's still pretty early on. I think I should focus on things that I know I'm going to be using for this playthrough. I don't need to focus on 2-weapon fighting quite yet. I can wait on that for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself an extra +1 focus to melee weapons. I think that's what I'll do. Who are you?
Please, please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the other.
Get away from me, you diseased mongrel. God. Don't worry, I'm here to help you.
You'll help us? Oh, bless you, Upworlder, bless you. But you must hurry. We have the rat ghoul disease. It is only a matter of time until we are transformed into terrible creatures, like those who attacked you when you first came into the pen. It is too late for them. Soon it will be too late for us, and we will transform into those horrible rat ghouls ourselves.
Don't worry, I'll be back when I find the cure.
Please hurry, Upworlder. Don't forget about us, Upworlder. If you find any way to cure this disease, please come back and help us.
Alright. So we talked to those two already. There's Shalina. I don't see any other ones around here. Any other lootables? Alright, we're pretty much done here.
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's Saigir. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals.
Yeah, you sound slimy too. How do you manage to run a store here in the Undercity?
If a villager comes across any useful salvage in the Undercity, they bring it to me. Every so often, members from the lower city gangs come down to trade for the salvage. They'll exchange food and medicine for engine parts, old blasters and the like. Sometimes they even give me credits if I have some really good stuff.
Well, that's at least better than them just outright just taking it from you. Let me see your inventory.
It ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but The price is right.
It's just too bad you can't fucking just loot shit. Let's see, antidote. I'm out 6. It costs 36 credits. Arcanian heavy pistol. Arcanian heavy pistol. And if you don't know what an Arcanian is, it's basically a humanoid alien type that's got silver skin, silver hair. I believe they also have pointy ears. They're basically kind of like drow or snow elves, but they have pale skin, I believe pointed ears, and white hair. And they usually have, I think red eyes, and sometimes varying between red eyes and purple eyes, but I'm not too sure. They're basically albinos of the Star Wars universe. So this costs $750. It's not too terrible. Retinal combat implant, immunity to critical hits, skill awareness up. Nothing I want though. That's for damn sure. Of course, the contact-sensitive equipment tends to be of a higher price.
Hurry, Hindar! Hurry! I can hear it coming!
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
I can't. The Rakghouls are too close.
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all.
No! You can't do this! It isn't fair! Please, make him open the gate. Hindar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rakghouls are so near.
You've already said that. Rise to dangers, leave the gate closed, keep the gate closed, I'm not risking my life here. Open the gate, I will kill the Rakghouls.
You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate for you, but you gotta be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
Believe me. Alright, how many are we dealing with? Just the one? Well, alrighty then. Let's see if I can stun it, then follow that up with some heavy attacks. Power shots. Just power shots. Let's see how far that gets us. Alright. We saved him, guys. We saved him.
I can't thank you enough for saving me, Upworlder. If I had anything but these rags on my back, it would be yours. But we have nothing.
I still have you, Hindar. That's all I need. Let's go back to the village.
Man, that's a wife that actually likes her husband. God, you don't see that often these days. God, you don't see that often these days. I need to shut up.
Thank you for saving Hindar. You are braver than I, Upworlder. Maybe we outcasts have lived too long in selfish fear. Perhaps we can learn a lesson from your brave actions. But enough of my ramblings. Is there something you need, Upworlder?
Yes. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Trellin, from the Outcast Village. It's my job to guard the gates and see they are locked to protect us from the Rakghouls.
I see. I want to ask you some questions.
I just guard the gates. Gendar's the leader of the village, Upworlder. You should speak to him if you have any questions.
Any questions? Questions? Well, then you're useless to me.
Goodbye, Upworlder.
Yep. Goodbye. I'm going out. You just, go ahead and close the gates behind me. And he does. At least that's
Please,
consistent.
you have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my friend. You'll help me, won't you?
Whoa, slow down, Mission. What's wrong?
It's Zalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery.
Calm down, Mission. Take a deep breath and tell me what happened. Zalbar, you mean your Wookiee friend? What happened? Who's going to sell him into slavery? What are you talking about? Calm down, Mission. Take a deep breath and tell me what happened.
Me and Zalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd rat ghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it.
Okay. Do you know where they took him?
I don't know for sure, but those Gamorreans like to hang out in the sewers. The stink reminds him of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z.
Alright. If I help you get Zalbar back, you have to get me inside the Volker base, though.
It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Volker base. Now come on! We have to find Zalbar before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Volker compound.
Mission has joined your party. Awesome. Now we have a rather young Twi'lek in our party, and also it's really hard to judge what her age is. I know she's supposed to be canonically young, like really young in this game. I'm just not too sure how young. So yeah, all you fan artists out there, just be wary. The age on this one is rather ambiguous. I certainly want to say she's old enough to be 16, but or at least a good whopping 18, but you never know. But now that she's in our party, let's see what she's got. Clothing? That's not going to do ya. Let's get you some Achani fiber armor. On top of that, let's get you set up with some energy shields. And screw this blaster, let's go. Oh, you got a fucking vibroblade. Why do you have a vibroblade? That's... Mission Vow turned this basic vibroblade into an exceptional weapon almost as adaptable as she is. Why don't you use it then? Alright, but she's got a blaster. One to 6. She certainly got distance with it, I guess. Alright. I'll just leave it for now. Oh, she's also got a stealth field generator. She's clearly the scoundrel of our group.
What?
Yeah?
Oh, BioWare. Never ceases to amaze on how much you're willing to make female characters actually look like female characters. At least back in your heyday. What the fuck is BioWare doing nowadays, as a matter of fact? They still can't be doing Anthem, are they? What the fuck is BioWare doing these days? That's actually a good question. What the fuck is BioWare doing these days?
Help. Help me. Please. I can feel it. like some kind of hideous disease.
Wait here, I'll see if I can find something to help you. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. I'll help you, but I need some information first. Get away from me. Wait here, I'll see if I can get someone to help you.
No! No! I can feel it! Ah!
Well, shit. Alright. Alright. Now that I have more than one party member, it might be a good idea to start using scripts. I don't think he needs to be a grenader. I don't think anyone here needs to be a grenader. There's only so many few scripts. So this is a Republic escape pod that crashed here.
Yeah?
Pick that up. Here's an interesting bit of trivia. Did you know that a lot of Twi'lek memory is actually in their tendrils? They don't. They're the brain neurons that house memory. What do they call the? I'm trying to think of it. They're like a kind of cluster. Anyways, all the things that govern memory, they're not in her head necessarily. They also extend from her head to her tendrils, and apparently most of her memory goes to the tendrils. That's a funny detail. It's also kind of a strange one, like why exclusively the tendrils? Oh, this looks interesting. Gotta heal up a bit.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came.
Why? Is there some danger down here? Who are you? I go where I want, when I want. Are you threatening me?
Mandalorians don't make threats. We make promises. But I'm just trying to give you a friendly warning. This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Canderous, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Yep, here they come.
Looks like we've got company. Get those blasters ready, boys.
All right.
I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the rat ghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore.
I think all your men are dead, though, Canderous. Who the hell are you barking orders at? So you're just gonna run like some... What do you mean by that?
Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first. Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that.
Sounds like a Davik issue to me. What can you tell me about Davik? What do you know about the lower city? So you're just gonna run... What can you tell me about Davik?
What are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble.
I better get going now.
Come on, boys, let's move out.
It's just you, Canderous. It's just you. Oh, no, there's one guy. Well, that's good on him. Alright. And I'm poisoned. Poisoned. I'm poisoned. Don't know how to cure that. I'm not going over there. That's a death sentence. Oh, sweet. I can just return to hideout from here. Don't have to use med packs. How convenient! Alright, let's kill some rat ghouls.
Take that!
Ready?
What?
Yes?
I hate it when I hit the wrong button and accidentally start switching between party members for no reason. Amazing. Found an antidote, a couple of them. Cure poisons, but it's not a rat ghoul serum, so... Alright. Promised Land Apprentice Journal. The journal details the search for the Promised Land carried out by Rukul's apprentice. Most of the entries are mundane, however. The last entry is quite interesting. I have uncovered the evidence that others have been seeking out the fabled land and that their treks have led them into the sewers. I have decided that I must go there as well. So, that's interesting.
What?
What?
Maybe we'll find something more in the sewers. Recover the mine.
What?
So the entrance to the sewers is there, but there's still more places to explore up here, so I think I'll do that first. There's a Sith patrol up ahead. They look friendly.
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here?
Look, I've got all the proper security papers.
Security papers? Oh, you're one of those trackers the commander sent down, right? They should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here. We've already lost one patrol. We figure the Rak ghouls got them. We've had so many encounters with those things, we've actually run out of Rak ghoul serum. Plus, we've had several skirmishes with looters from those lower city swoop gangs. I'm telling you, we should just stay in the upper city where we're in control.
You said you lost one patrol already?
Oh, is that why you're down here? Search and rescue? I didn't think they'd send anyone. They were in the southern section of the Undercity when we lost contact. I would have gone to investigate, but my orders are to search for those crashed escape pods, even if it means leaving another patrol to die.
Why don't you just give up the search?
Hey, I'd never disobey my orders. I'm not a fan of court-martials and executions. I was just talking, you know. Nothing anyone has to mention to the commander. Come on, patrol, let's get back to it. The sooner we get this search done, the sooner we can get out of this mutant-infested hole. Move out.
There's some mutants over here.
Sure.
Neat. It's nice having a third person. Now these enemies are a lot easier to kill. Oh god, what does Karth want now? Speak to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I want to continue our discussion from before.
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Don't you think you'd feel better if you discussed it? Yes, but I'm bored, so spit it. Jesus. Don't you think you'd feel better if you discussed it?
Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most. Saul.
Saul? You say that name like I should know it.
You don't. I thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Karath is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
You didn't think he would betray the Republic?
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
And that's why you feel so sorry for yourself?
Don't even start with that. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel angry at Saul and all those others. It's all I can think about sometimes. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
I do the same thing in your shoes. That's terrible. I feel awful for you.
Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
I bet we're gonna start getting the same shit with Mission 2.
Ready?
What?
What?
Let's
You'll never
go!
get me.
Ow. I am getting pummeled. And just like that, Mission levels up yet again. Alright. Good for you, Mission. That must be the Sith Patrol that they mentioned. Beam Splitter, Antidote, Rackle Serum. Awesome, I found the Rackle Serum. Hearts. Nope, that's everything. Alright. Alright. Now that I have the serum, I'm gonna go run back real quick and hand that over to those people that are...
Hey, Car. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Taurus compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Taurus ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on their own. Even a kid who's got a Wookie to look out for.
Hey, I ain't no kid. I look out for Zalbar as much as he looks out for me. Big C's my friend, not my babysitter. Geez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Jesus. Fucking random argument just out of nowhere. Settle down right now, both of you. You're not going to take that from him, are you? Settle down right now, both of you.
I don't have to listen to you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing.
God. Well, I guess we can expect that too. I forgot they do that. All right. I've come. I've given you the serum.
Do you have the cure, Upworlder? Have you come to save us from the horrible fate of the others?
I have brought you a serum to cure the Rackle disease.
You have a cure? Please give it to me, please, quickly, before it's too late.
Here, take this Rackle serum. I have enough for the both of you.
Quickly, I must inject it before it is too late. Yes, I feel it working. I feel the disease burning away. It's like a miracle. I am cured. Thank you, Upworlder. You have saved us from a fate worse than death. I only wish I had some reward to give you. Maybe you can find something worthwhile in the wreckage of that Republic escape pod.
Republic escape pod? What are you talking about?
Not long ago, an escape pod crashed in the Undercity. far to the northeast of the village. We were going to try and salvage equipment from it, but we were attacked by the rat ghouls and infected. I'd tell you more if I could, but our salvage team never reached the pod. It's probably still there, unless some of the other Upworlders already found it and picked it clean. We should go now, Upworlder. We're anxious to return to the village and see our families again. Thank you once again for everything you've done.
If I go back there, will I find something? Very far from the village, they say. It's just a little hop, skip, and a jaunt all the way over to it. Huh? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Suddenly we were up there, now we're down here. What the hell? That's never happened before. That's never happened before. That was fucking weird. Okay. So, Republic's escape pod. Will it actually have something this time? Oh, I can actually walk up to it, but I can't actually interact with it, though. Nope, nothing. I was hoping something would spawn here as a reward, but no. Nothing. Alright. Back to the sewers, I guess. A little disappointing and also fucking bizarre. That has never happened before. Just one moment I'm gallivanting across through the village, and next second black screen, and oh, now you're in the sewers all of a sudden. Like, what the actual fuck? That's never happened in all my years of playing this game. That's never have actually happened to me. Well, of having played this game. Gotta be weird if I played this game for so long, this many times. Your Vibro Sword doesn't have an upgrade, but... anything for... nope. Well, since we're here...
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to know a little more about you, Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
How did you and Zalbar hook up?
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Volkers were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
I want to pick a fight with a Wookie.
Hey, nobody said the Volkers were smart, but there were 3 of them. So maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Volkers at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookie, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Those Volkers have no class. Smacking a kid, those Volkers have no class. You're lucky he didn't fry you with a blaster.
Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Volkers didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
I see. What did the other Volkers do?
The other two screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
Okay. How did you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
Okay. How did Zalbar end up on Terrace?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
Everyone says Kashyyyk, but it's always going to be Kashyyyk in my mind. 3 Ys does not make sense to me unless it's supposed to have an E sound. How did you survive before you met Zalbar? I already asked that. We should get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens, I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
That's gonna become important later, but yep, she's got a point. Let's get back to it. I don't think that guy has any mods, but I'll take a look at his vendor and see. What do you have? Let's see, you got a light repeating blaster. That's actually pretty nice. Power of a blaster rifle just keeps the critical threat range though. Alright. What else? Frag grenades, mines. I mean, I want to get the light repeater, but 550 credits is a little spendy. Alright. Heading back. Wrong damn button. To fight Darth Revan, the Jedi use Basilisks, but yeah, we already knew it.
Yeah?
What?
In we go. Revan's flagship was destroyed when Malak turned against his ally. The apprentice became the master. Alright, into the sewers we go.
Ready?
Huh?
You literally stepped into it.
Sure.
You know, it's low polygon textures, but slightly low polygon textures. But goddamn, you could really tell that they were really trying to make those assets work in these suits. It's actually kind of funny. And yet BioWare and every game company since then will go on to try to make women as less sexually appealing as possible. It's almost like it's practically a damn quota for them. All right.
What?
Yeah?
Do your thing, mission. Let's have you disarm these mines and move on.
Yes?
Maybe not down here, though.
That energy shield leads to another section of the sewers. The entrance to the Vulcar base is somewhere past there. I've got the codes to lower the shield, but we have to rescue Zalbar from those Gamorrean slavers. Don't worry, we can come back after we find Big Z.
Nope, I'm not complaining. Don't you worry about that. That was part of our deal. I'm not the kind of person who likes to alter their deals. I usually try to be a man of my word. At least, normally. Man, this armor is so good. It's fucking... It really dwindles attack damage. Probably the best purchase I've ever made. Promised Land Journal. This is the person. Alright, this journal details the search for the Promised Land carried out by Rukiel's apprentice. I have uncovered evidence that others have been seeking out the fabled land. Oh, it's the second one. The journal is a record of the long and difficult search to find the Promised Land. It contains many half-completed maps and cryptic notes, all attempting to decipher whether the legend is true or simply a child's fable. By itself, this journal does not contain enough information to solve the mystery. However, it could be a valuable piece of the puzzle. Now, if you played the MMO, the KotOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic, they actually do have an interesting follow-up to this side story, where the people do end up finding the Promised Land, and as a result, they manage to survive the bomb. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna mention that. I almost just gave away a spoiler. I got too eager to want to delve into lore knowledge again, but yeah. Just, I'll give you the heads up on that story detail for later. It's gonna be funny. Oh. Hello. Just standing there nonchalantly. Damn! That Gamorrean hit me for a crap ton. Holy shit. I almost died.
Look at this. This is one of those old-style manual locks. No computer codes or nothing. The sewers is the only place you'd see one of these on Terrace. You can't use conventional security spikes on these old locks. But don't worry. I've come across them before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick.
Oh, there he is. You're a sight for sore eyes, mission.
I'm glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think I'd forget about you. Mission and Zalbar, together forever.
was that with you?
These are my new friends, Big Z. Without them, I could never have got you out.
Oh wow, my character's really feeling it. Good to meet you, Zalbar. I am Aiden Kassera. You know the language of my people? That is rare among your species. I am impressed. You have saved me from a life of servitude and slavery. There is only one way I can ever repay such an act. I will swear a life debt to you.
A life debt? You sure about that, Big Z? Think about it carefully. You better be sure about this.
I am sure, Mission. This is an issue of great importance to me. Because of our great physical strength, Wookiees are being used as slave labor on our own homeworld. They see us as brutes and animals and to be exploited. Over the years, slavery has taken many of my people. We must always be on guard against raids against our life. Okay. When the Gamorreans captured me, I thought I was doomed to a life of servitude. I have been saved from such a fate, and the only way I could repay that is through a life debt.
A life debt to you? Wow. This is major. Do you realize what it means?
It's some kind of loyalty vow, isn't it? Let me guess, it means I got a walking carpet follow me for the rest of my days. I remember this response because the first time I read it it made me die. I died of laughter when the first time I read it. Like as a kid, I was laughing so fucking hard. I've always wanted a Wookiee slave. It's some kind of loyalty vow, isn't it?
A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Zalbar will be with you.
In the presence of you, all I swear my life debts forever after I will be by your side. Aiden Kassera. May my vow be as strong as the roots of the great Rushir trees of Kashyyyk. Now I'm saying Kashyyyk. Shit. I'm honored to accept this vow. I don't want a Wookiee follow me around. I don't suppose there's any way I can get out of this. I'm honored to accept his vow.
I guess this means you're stuck with me, too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again.
You should just admit it, Mission. You're practically glued to the Wookiee because without him, you'll feel completely out of depth, out of your league. In fact, the only reason why you're so comfortable in your own skin and the way you live your life is because you have the Wookiee to depend on as a last resort. You should just face it already. He's basically your crutch. You need him about as much as he needs you. Anyways, enough of that shit. Great a Wookiee and it's not new spot. Oh god. Why won't this nightmare end? My fucking character is could be so melodramatic if I wanted him to. Jesus Christ. Glad to have you aboard, Mission.
So, I guess I still owe you one secret path into the Volca base. That was the deal, wasn't it? Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den.
Good, the sooner we get there, the better.
I better come with you. The Volkers put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Volkers on Terrace who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
Rancor? Are you serious? Are you serious?
There used to be a Rancor monster that made its nest in that part of the sewers. Pretty much eats anything it can get its claws on. That thing is huge! Luckily, Rancors aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past it before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, unless you want to change your mind.
That's not really an option. I'm not afraid of a Rancor, let's go. If you can get past the Rancor, then it shouldn't be a problem for me. That's not really an option, let's go. I'm not afraid of any Rancor. It's not really an option, let's go.
Okay then, off we go. Well, like I said, somewhere to the southeast. Just look for the force shield, and we'll know we're there.
Zalbar has joined your party. Remember, you can only have 2 party members with you at any time. The others will wait for you back at the apartment. You can switch party members using the party selection screen, accessible by pressing A while on the map screen. This button is disabled in areas that are considered dangerous. Like this one. Alright, 600 experience. Karth just leveled up, but he's not going to be able to rank up right now because I'm going to be switching him out for a fucking Zalbar. Wow, he's a fucking scout. It's, the last thing I expect from a Wookiee. Yeah. Are you sure? Well, makes sense that someone who can't wear armor would have the highest level of vitality there is. Holy crap. Why is Mission's defense so good? Last time I checked, this Achani fiber doesn't do that much. It must be a combination of... It's gotta be as a result of her scoundrel class. Let's see. Let's look at her feats. Yeah. So she can wear light armor, but let's see here. Caution to demolition, gearhead, sniper shot, blaster, sneak attack, scoundrel's luck. They also possess an incredible instinct for survival. As a truly useful 2+2 defense, this feat is always active. Dueling. Not much in here. Alright. At any rate, I'm fucking hurt. Out of my way, folks. If it isn't the Gamorrean slavers. Also, what the hell does the fucking Wookiee have? Nothing. Let's see. You could use a vibroblade or a long sword. I'm gonna give him... I know we gotta... I'm pretty sure... No, he doesn't have... He doesn't have it. Okay. In that case... Oh yeah, I think we collect it later. Increases +2 to fortitude. That'd be good for a Wookiee. Alright. Let's do it. Let's kill these bastards. Of course, Mission can't see shit. Alright.
Yeah?
Mission, I need you to break open this, this security case.
Simple.
There it is, Zalbar's bowcaster. Alright. This door seems to be locked, isn't it?
Sure.
Let's see.
Yeah?
It'll be beneficial to have the Wookiee take the front.
Yes?
Until that happens. In that case, we have Mission unlock the door.
Gotcha. Simple.
And now we have the Wookiee go and take down the fucking things. All right. Hey, that fucked over my animation. I hate it when the game bugs out like that. Fucks over my animations. Damage doesn't take place until after the animation. It's either during or after the animation, never anywhere in between. Never before. Oh boy. More rackles.
Yeah?
Yep. It's great to have the Wookie go first, because it means that we can have an actual tank go in and deal with shit. I know my character's kind of built like a tank right now, but...
Yeah?
Yes?
This will just be a round trip back, so let's just keep going this way.
Yeah?
Alright. Nothing else in here. Might as well give him his bowcaster for now. It's also upgradable, which is kind of cool. Or, you know, just make the bowcaster entirely redundant. Because why not? I mean, it's not like we'll ever know what we're walking into until we open the fucking door. Done yet. Alright. And I leveled up. Alright, now I have 2 skill points to work with, so we'll put one in Persuade. +2 damage bonus with melee weapons. I'm gonna add a point to critical strike. Another funny note is that Han Solo's Wookiee friend Chewbacca is also swore a life debt to Han Solo. Yeah, so if you ever wondered why Han Solo had Chewbacca following him around all the time through the Star Wars movies, it's because he too also swore a life debt to Han Solo. I think that's also explained in Solo, a Star Wars story, but I'm not too sure. I don't even remember if Chewbacca even made it into the movie. I only saw it once, and the movie was kind of mid. I certainly didn't hate it, but I didn't think it was that good. I know some people thought it was good. I didn't think it was that good. It's certainly better than some of the other shit. I think Rogue One's better. Now, mind you, I don't think... Actually, no. Yeah, I do think it's kind of mid. Anyways. Yeah, I'm just not gonna... It's nothing important. It was nothing major, nothing majorly important. Holy shit, we got them flooding in. They are flooding in. New data pad. Man, before we got mobbed by the rat ghouls when we started this video, and now we're just cleaving through scores of them. On top of these fucking Gamorreans. Alright. Why do they go after the blaster-wielding mission? Why does anyone go after the blaster-wielding mission? Okay, let's see here. Another Promised Land datapad. I guess we have to find them all. This leads to an exit. Get everything over here. I do believe we have. Yep. Alright. But yeah. So one of the interesting things about this game that I find great is about its story. Is that
You won't be able to get that computer to lower the energy fields unless you know the proper codes. Lucky for you, I've got them. I picked them off the pocket of a black Volker who had a little too much to drink in the cantina one night. Here, let me get that energy field down for you.
Great. Thanks, mission. Anyways, like I was going to say, this game's story takes you to a lot of interesting places. Like, even planets you've never heard of or seen in any other forms of Star Wars media. And also some notorious ones, like Tatooine and Korriban. But that's not until a little later. But there's a few planets in here that you will never have heard of, including this one. Oh boy, this Wookiee just cleaves through everything. I also can't wait to see those planets again. And the stories on those planets are not bad either. At least all the side quests and shit.
What?
The settings are pretty interesting too. I think the settings is usually what makes the side quests stand out more better in most games. When you have a side quest that plays on the themes of the planet itself, that's a great way of not only furthering the world building, but also making the world more interesting. It also gives a sense of scope that the planet and your actions on it actually have some ramifications or some kind of a lasting effect on it. Something that some developers could probably take note. And nothing else. Oh boy, a security droid.
Huh?
Sure.
All right. Sewer door.
Huh?
Okay, mission. You see, this is why I kind of like to move them up a little closer to it so they don't do shit like that. Purposely, so I could avoid instances like that. It's always inconvenient when they do weird shit like that.
Yes.
All right. I believe this is it. We're descending to the Rancor bit now. Yep. Synthesized odor. Deck datapad. This datapad seems to detail plans the hidden Beck had to get into the Black Volker base. If note is the following. We have synthesized a substance with an odor that resembles a favorite prey of Rancors. If we place the bait properly, we can lure the Rancor into eating something lethal enough to kill it.
What?
Alright, this is where the fun begins.
No one's gonna see this one.
There it is. There's the ugly bastard right there. I guess a frag mine, maybe?
Someone's gonna get hurt.
permacrete detonation. Well, before I do that, do I need to take this off?
No one's gonna see this mission.
Well, that didn't work. It ate the permacrete detonator, but it didn't actually... Alright, what if I put a frag grenade? A minor frag grenade, 9, and then a synthesized odor. Just kind of like a bit of a powder keg of shit. Alright.
Yes?
That killed it. And of course we get nothing back from it. Yeah, you guys just go ahead and put up your shields. Oh. Well. That's highly unfortunate. I forgot solo mode was on. That is highly unfortunate. Hey guys, you think you can do something about those blaster-toting weirdos? Or not? Send the Wookie in first. He's got the most health too. Literally. Free bed packs. And into the Black Vulcar base we go. Ay, ay, ay. And we did it. We made it into the Black Vulcar base. Alright. I think that's a good idea to think that's a good place to end the episode here. So, I'm gonna go ahead, save the game, and now, with all that done, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut the episode here, and see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.